luxury segment at a very large scale. We do that since 5 years. I'm running the company from Barcelona, though we have offices in Costa Brava, Costa Blanca, and Costa del Sol. With a very big smile. I enjoy this. We're good at it, and we're growing ever since.
That's great. That's great. Yeah, because I mean, Kelly, you were actually saying it the other day that you saw a very interesting story when I was telling you about our guest we are having on today.
Indeed, I did. It was a while ago when I think you were just starting up, Wouter. But it was the headline that catches everything to do with your company. So you hear about Solarmente, and always the superstar name Leo DiCaprio is associated with that. What a coup! And how did you manage to get him involved?
It's a very good question, but so we've been working on this company for 5 years, and we just mastered high-end residential solar energy installations in Spain. But apart from that, we built the technology, the software, to do that at a very large scale. So although we do very big installations, we have built the ERP, the customer relationship management, to manage hundreds and thousands of customers per month in a very streamlined and organized process. And when you build a technology that is solving a nation or worldwide problem today, you get interest from investors. And who else can join us where we can have a very big impact on the energy transition? And we make something that is cheaper than free, since Solarmente is financing that with our subscription model. Who do we want on our side to basically 10x our growth, like 10x our scalability? So we've decided to open our investment round, and one of the first ones to reach out to us was Leonardo DiCaprio himself. We had a chat, had a negotiation, but he was really impressed by how we manage our customers and how we built a scalable business model throughout Spain. And we closed the deal with him.
Yeah, I mean, that just sounds great. I mean, that says a lot about the way you work, exactly how you're saying it, because somebody doesn't just want to be connected with a company. It takes a lot. And I mean, I think solar energy is becoming more and more, I guess, important for sure, but also more popular here in Spain, because in countries, I mean, you and I were both from the Netherlands. It's, I think, for the last 10, maybe more years. I mean, it's been quite common that people invest in that. But in Spain, it wasn't always as, let's say, interesting to do that financially, for example. But I think the laws surrounding that have changed a little bit, am I correct?
Yes, you are. So Spain is going through a massive transition. Until 4 years ago, it was not possible to install solar. That changed. So 4 years ago, the market opened for residential solar installations. But you and I are from the Netherlands, but we have also business in Germany and France. And 8 years ago, this massive transition already happened somewhere else. So I entered Spain and I looked around and I saw no solar energy installations. And there's a lot of sun, like a lot of sun, and energy prices fluctuate. So I thought, what the F is going on? Why are people not investing in solar? Prices are low, there's so much energy available. Why do people not buy a product that's been proven to be successful? So I started digging and to find the answer, and I found out people just don't know it. They do not see the opportunity because their neighbor doesn't have it and their neighbor doesn't have it. So we're right now educating people and showing what you can actually do with a rather small investment and what the ROI and how much savings you will generate in the coming years. It is absolutely crazy beneficial in Spain. Right now we see a big transition. So right now we do see that people start to understand that sustainability is not something that costs money, but actually brings you money. And we're right now in that transition. So we're not only educating, but we're also scaling mainly from referrals. People are happy with what we're building. And right now, there's like a big momentum that we are picking up these days.
Yeah, I mean, I notice it every day almost. Like when you're out, especially Dutch people, especially Northern Europeans, because they're more used to it, exactly how you're saying, but they actively start asking about it. And it's really nice to actually be able to say, like, look, there's great providers out there, but also it really is, it's just good. It's smart in every way, because that's kind of the question, we were kind of thinking about, like, is it smart to invest in solar in Spain? And that's kind of what we want to give the answer to, I think, today. Because
if you could explain a bit perhaps about your subscription model. How does it work for people? How do they get involved, and just a small outline, I suppose, on the basic costs for people.
Yes, so let me give you a crash course for free with very easy language of how solar worked in Spain. So there we go. So people like to invest in solar and they'll always look at their ROI. Like, if I invest 5,000 euros or 10,000 euros, how much am I going to save in, say, 20, 25, 30 years? So on numbers that probably most of your listeners are working with is a payback time between 6 to 12 years, depending on where you are in Europe. But in Spain, we see payback times between, say, 2 and 5 years. It is crazy. A system that we install is made to deliver clean, free energy for, say, 30 years. So how does it work? We have a lot of Spain in this country and a lot of sun during the full year. So every time the sun comes up, the sun starts providing us with clean, free energy. You only invest once. We install this installation, and the system starts generating electricity. You just need 8 to, say, 20 panels, depending on the roof size and your consumption. But installations are mostly done in just one day. We do the consult, we receive a lead, we educate you, we find a collaboration contract, we install, and the clients are happy. But as Romy said, this market is quite fragmented. Like, it's very interesting also for local smaller players to set up a company. So what we have decided is to create a very big scalable business, but master it locally. So we have lots of smaller local operators, advisors, installers that bring our service to the mass market, but very locally. And then to you, Carl, there's a thing that makes it scalable. That's a subscription model. Because why should we humans invest in something that has a payback in 4 years? Like, we're simple creatures, let's be honest. We have a very short-term vision. We need to eat, pay our taxes, fill up our gas card. So why invest in something that will generate money later on? So we've come up with a model that is cheaper than free. It's basically solar subscription. Solarmente finances the installation, we install, and you can save money from day one. To give you an example, from 40 euros per month, Solarmente installs a system that generates free clean energy for, say, 20 years. It's basically a money printing machine at a subscription price. Cancel whenever you want. Maintenance is included, and we even do the optimization. And when you provide such offer or project, or let's call it an investment opportunity for a client, they say, yeah, I'm actually stupid if I don't take it. We take all the risk and you get all the benefits. And from a very client-oriented perspective, we build a very scalable business model that can make a lot of people happy with savings from day one without initial investment. And that's how we scale Solarmente at the moment.
That sounds great. You mentioned there that you have some people working in local areas, so that you have local input. How do you do that? Is that via franchise? Can people get involved with you to actually take that on and do that?
So I'm of the opinion that if you want to master a good business, you have to do it end to end. So we do everything in-house. That is, from the initial moment the lead comes in, like the interest comes in, from the advisors that we have right here. Like, if you look at the back, you see many advisors working with incoming leads, until the installations, but also the paperwork. Like, in Spain, you have a lot of paperwork. You better do that in-house. Then you have the installation. Like, installation is more delivery of very good preparation. And of course, we basically take care of this full package. But what we assure is a streamlined process and make sure that all the installations we do are delivered with a 10 out of 10 experience. However, we have seen that if we work with partners where clients or potential interested people can apply to, for example, real estate, and especially the high-end real estate, people that understand solar, that if investing in solar is a good decision, we've decided to team up with these partners. So we have positioned Solarmente not as a mass market product, but the company to partner up with if you want high quality installations. And there's something I learned here. Real estate partners or local providers of very high-end services have a very high reputation. Romy, for example, Villa Lux, that is one of like the high-end players in this market. They only partner up with you when you give them excellence, because their word of mouth, their referrals, is where business comes from. So let us master that and give you another layer of excellence on top of their client base. And we master that. So it's basically a win-win, and the clients are very happy, and we take out all the doubts and benefits from, all the doubts and questions from clients, doubts and questions from partners, and we just do what we're really good at. So that's how we basically position ourselves and scale Solarmente as it is right now.
You're dealing with all of the issues that we find with anything to do with property in Spain, because it can be quite a headache for people. And if you're just buying, like you say, a high-end property, you want all of the things that are in it to work right like they would anywhere else in the world. And we don't always get that kind of service in Spain. And it sounds to me like you're the first startup to be offering this sort of service as far as photovoltaics are concerned, and the subscription service. You've opened offices now in Madrid, Valencia, Alicante, and Malaga. Of course, you mentioned you're in Barcelona. You must be inundated with work and be opening more offices soon.
Yeah, so here's how we see it. So we really started to do only business very locally from one office for 4 years. Building a scalable company, you need to find product market fit. And product market fit to me means when we can make one client so happy that we meet expectations that they say, this Wouter, this crazy Dutch guy, was actually right. You know what? Call my neighbor, see if you can make him happy. So that started to kick off. Like, people are just very happy with their solar and battery installations from Solaramente. So right now we are confident, and me as a founder responsible as the company can actually say with confidence, we are ready to expand. Hence, we opened new areas, new partnerships. We actually went there, did some tests, launched, opened an office, and said, hey, Solarmente is here. It is a nationwide operation company, but we master operations locally. And you need to be locally present. People that buy a property in Spain that are not from this country, it is very scary. I mean, I've been there. I came from Amsterdam all the way to Barcelona, and I had no clue what to do, and it is extremely scary. So how good does it feel that there is a company that knows your questions, knows your pains, and has the answers to the questions that you have, and takes out all this shit hassle with paperwork? Because yes, I'm sorry to say this, but there's just a lot of paperwork in this country. So let us take care of that. We save you time, basically.
You're not telling us anything we don't know. Yeah. And also, you're looking at further afield, aren't you? Portugal, Italy, and France. But with that same idea, wait 18 months, build it, see how it starts to grow, and then perhaps expand. You're going to have quite a lot of work on your hands, I think, Wouter.
Yeah, I'm made for that, and it is that is how I live. I love it. We get appreciation for what we do. To be honest, building a startup as a non-native, it is tough. I have to be honest. You just need to solve stuff every day. But as long as you can connect the big dots, and there's a line that goes upwards, I'm doing the right stuff, and I'm of high value. I'm adding value every day to the company. So my goal is not to grow too fast. I think companies die when they want to go too fast. So we take it slowly, and once the team, including me, feel comfortable to expand, we dare to take that next step. And right now, we raise good money, have a very good management team, and now we can expand. Our operations are of very high excellence, so it also feels good, like we're eager to expand, but we do not do that too fast. As long as we have everything under control, we're ready for the next step.
Yeah, I think
we're feeling your enthusiasm certainly here, Wouter. And who'd have thought, that somebody comes from the Netherlands to Spain and thinks, this is crazy. We don't have that much sun in the Netherlands, and we have photovoltaics everywhere, and yet this country that has so much sun doesn't have it. And then, wow, be hitting on a winning idea. It's just such.
You're doing a great job, obviously. I mean, you're just saying it, and I really think, it's been kicking off, hasn't it? And it kind of brings me back to the question, because I think, we've got a lot of listeners right now, for example, that might own second homes here in Costa Blanca, Spanish Coast areas. They may be rented out. They're thinking about buying something. It's really, what would you recommend somebody? Is like, they might be thinking about, okay, I've heard about solar panels, I see people around me more and more starting to invest in them, but like, is it really smart? And I think we kind of answered the question, but I guess that will be a question
Yeah.
people want to have answered at this point.
It's a
Yeah.
good question. It's normally a question we get as well. Here's how I see it, and I'll base my answer based on feedback that I get over the last 5 years. It's called a second home. Okay, people work their absolute ass off during their whole life, and they can do an investment in stocks. Nice, but a bit boring, or you can just do an investment where you can also get some joy from. And they buy a property in Spain. This is an investment. Sometimes they rent it out. Sometimes they just give it for some weeks to family. Sometimes they're there, let's say 50% of the time. This investment has value, will increase in value. But what if there's a company that can help you reduce your electricity bills? Because these electricity bills, trust me, I have seen so many bills that go skyrocket when you rent it out. People put on their air conditioning when you have visitors and leave the doors open. They don't give a F, because who is paying that bill? So what if you can protect yourself from that? 2 years ago, we had a massive crisis, okay? Electricity prices went through the roof. This will happen again, yes or yes. We were not prepared for that, and we will not be prepared for that in the next time. So what if there's a company where you can buy or rent a money printing machine, and your property tax, property value will increase between 2 to 4%, because you buy potential savings for the future. Properties have been proven to increase in value with a solar system on the roof. So, I mean, I'm not the typical sales guy, but this solar in Spain has only benefits. You have a payback of 2 to 5 years. You're sustainable. You pay off your CO2 compensation with your cheap Ryanair flights you normally take when you land in Alicante, and you just save thousands and thousands of euros. Not even in a lifetime, but even sometimes per year. The savings are absolutely crazy.
Yeah, that sounds really good. That sounds really good. Yeah.
So we're looking to get some Bay Radio listeners getting in touch with you, Wouter. I think Romy's got a link for people to go to for that.
Yeah, so you can find the link because we are live on YouTube as well. You can find it underneath in the description. For anybody who is not in front of their computer right now, it's web.solarmente.es/Villalux. And yeah, you can leave your details there, and they will get in touch, right, Wouter?
Yeah, so we do like this. So the first one that actually enters, I'm gonna call personally, because next week I will be in the area. I'll be happy to visit you there. And we do, yeah. So I'm normally here.
We'll get you a new pen as well.
Costa Brava. Yeah, I just dropped it. Mont Blanc.
Don't worry. It's great to speak to you, and great to meet you, especially after hearing about the link up with Leonardo DiCaprio. And I guess it's a great headline, and it really works for you, Wouter, CEO of Solarmente. We hope to be hearing more about the company, and we wish you every success.
Thanks. I like that. Thanks for having me, and I'll see you very soon.
Thanks.
All the best. Thank you very much indeed.
Cheers.
Okay, we're in a break. Okay, Wouter, thank you very much indeed.
And it was fun, right?
Absolutely, it was.